Hi, I'm Annie Poling, and I'm a home-educated filmmaker, and today I'm talking about how to shoot a bigger movie. So this is the first of 3 episodes, kind of like a little mini-series thing, where I'll be going more into how to manage a bigger production as a director. Most beginning directors that I know of are like one-man shows. They do everything. They are doing all of the prep work. They are handling all the equipment, making sure that everyone gets there. They are doing all the editing, all the shooting. Sometimes, they're acting. You're so busy that you often forget things and you're really, really rushed because you're trying to be in a million places at once, and so you can't actually concentrate on any one thing to get it perfectly as you want. And that's on a 3 to 5 person set. How on earth are you supposed to manage a 10-person set when you're the only one who's leading and making things happen? The answer is delegating. And delegating is basically just putting other people in charge of things. And you don't have to delegate really big things. It could be small things like just asking your sibling to make sure to get the camera battery so that you don't have to think about that. Or it could be asking one of the actors to be responsible for their own costume. They bring it, they take it away, that sort of thing. It could be really small things so that you don't have to be thinking about them. Or you could delegate bigger things. You could ask your mom to handle all of the food. Or you could ask one of your siblings or your friends to handle all the props. Make sure that they all make it to set and that they all get back to where they need to be. Putting people in charge of things will ease your own workload and make everything run faster. Now, if you want to make a significant dent in your own workload and delegate even bigger jobs, there are 3 main jobs that every larger set needs to run more efficiently. The first is the art story person, and this is typically the director. They are in charge of the story, so of the acting and how that looks and how everything comes together into the story. They're in charge of the art, so they're in charge of the costumes, they're in charge of the props, they're in charge of basically what the film looks like. The second job is a technical camera job, so this would be someone who knows a lot about the camera, about the equipment. They would be in charge of the equipment, making sure that your batteries are charged, making sure that you have enough space on all your cards, making sure that you bring all your equipment, that you take all your equipment, you put all your equipment back where you found it. They're also in charge of operating the camera. So you tell them what kind of shots you want, but they are in charge of setting it all up and making sure that it runs smoothly. One more thing you don't have to think about. And the third job is the organizer. And the organizer is in charge of logistics, of making sure that everyone knows where they need to go and when they need to be there. They're also in charge of time, so they are wearing a watch, they always know what time it is, and they make sure that you are using your time efficiently to get everything that you want. Filmmaking is very team-oriented, and the bigger your movies and your shoots are, the more people you're gonna need. But you can start small right now. If you don't know that many people who are interested in filmmaking, you can still start by delegating the small things. Asking your siblings, can you make sure I charge the batteries? Can you make sure we bring the costumes? Little things like that. You can practice delegating so that when you do get bigger, you know what you're doing. Well, that's it for this episode. I really hope you've enjoyed watching it. Make sure and hit subscribe below. Part 2 comes out next week. If you'd like to learn more about Rogue Zohu Productions and what we do, we have a website, which is roguezohu.com. If you'd like to leave a question or a comment, you can leave that here on YouTube, on our Facebook page, or on our website. We read them all. I'm Annie Poling, and thanks for watching. When you're the only one who is making things happen and leading and making things happen. Okay. Bum-ba-dum. Now, if you want to make a significant dent. Okay. And the third job is the organizer. Of making sure everyone knows. Kaboom. Kaboom. You don't have nearly as much to be worrying and focusing on. Synchronized. You're just gonna make me sit here and smile, aren't you? Yeah.